Many of us are here today to request that the school board reconsider the forced resignation of our high school principal, Mr. Jedd Sherman. It is my opinion that Mr. Sherman has much to offer our school system, that he has done a good job, and that he will continue to do his best for the school. There is nothing in his evaluation that is not workable or fixable. I'm concerned that this theme seems to be driven by a small minority and not the majority. Right now, we have a broken school. Our school board and administration over the past 3 to 5 years has overspent, according to the state's spending authority, by over $1 million. And we have another $1 million to cut from the budget for next year. You have hard decisions to make to correct problems that you as a board created. Please start the healing process today. Retain Mr. Sherman and begin your steps to correct the problems caused by a few. Thank you.
Joan McGill with Jedd Sherman next.
Good afternoon. Thank you for allowing us to speak. First, I want to say that Mr. Sherman did not and has not encouraged any involvement in this. The people you see in the room, the people you see out in the hallway, was not called by Mr. Sherman to come to attest to his abilities and what he has done to our school. I do want to strongly state that. I'm here today as a concerned parent, very involved in Spirit Lake School District. I'm speaking today not because I want to be a public speaker, yet I feel we have several matters of concern happening in Spirit Lake as we all need to focus on succeeding for our children currently in our school and those who will be attending school in the future. I have seen ITED scores increase due to the assistance of our staff and our administrating, working with our children on how to do their best. Even the hours of testings have changed to what research has found to be the best testing based on attention to details by individuals. Our district is currently in a terrible financial situation. Mr. Sherman has shown us he is a person of integrity, someone who has gained respect of many people, of the children, of the parents, and of many teachers. Strong financial background is one thing Mr. Sherman has, and at this time I think our school district needs every asset it has.
Beal, next.
I'm just going to keep it really short because there's so many people that want to speak that have a lot more to say than I do, obviously. We don't want to leave this community. We've become a part of this community. We have a daughter that should be going into kindergarten in the fall, and we have a son in 5th grade. We're here for the long haul. The ones that have an issue, I see them here for the short haul. They're not buying houses here. They're not moving their families here. We have. We are a part of this community. We want to remain a part of this community. And I just beg of the board to please consider a handful of people with an issue, a handful, to this, and you make an honest choice from your heart. What's more important?
As you see, I'm too old to have children in the school system, but I do know that the reputation of this man is respected by the students, by the parents, by the community. And if you had the courage to have this meeting on a weeknight, that gymnasium would be packed, I guarantee you. And he's open, he's personable, he was dressed for the occasion, and obviously well qualified for what he does. He is a well-spoken person. And I've seen kangaroo courts in other places, and I believe this is a kangaroo court. It's not for the good of the community. It's not for the good of the students, for the parents, and the community is going to have a black eye if you proceed to do this. And it will be a reprehensible thing that happened.
But that's not my real point. My real point is to tell you that I've taught for almost 20 years, the majority of them here in this system. I've worked under about 7 different principals. And occasionally you have an opportunity in life to work for someone who truly is a leader, who's innovative, who has a vision for the future, not only for us as a staff, but most importantly for these students you see in front of you. Mr. Sherman has that vision. He's led us to do some great things. For 2 years as SLE president, I sat in here and listened to every meeting. And I saw that you had a lot of important things to deal with. We had buildings to put up. We had positions to fund. And during that time, I heard discussions about brick and mortar that were important. But I can honestly tell you that no discussion has taken place in the room during the last few years more important than the one that's happening today. Mr. Sherman is a man of integrity. I feel honored to have had a chance to work for him and under him. I believe that he has done some great things for our district, and if you let him, he will continue to. Thank you for your time.
Please do the 9th hour and please give me input, because this is new, and I've run the email where he asked all teachers to give their input, and we did, and we sent it in, and he sent it all to us and said, please evaluate and let's reassess every 3 weeks and make this work for our kids. And then he said, we need to be working on character accounts, and it's not been a big thing at the high school. How can we do it? And we talked about it, and we said, let's do it, because we already are with ABC and the Student of the Month, and he said, from now on, I want you to be addressing those, and it won't be optional. But he didn't say it, he said it in a, as a team, we can do this, and we can meet that, and that's how it's written, and you can read it.
I've been here since July, so I haven't had a lot of experience to get to know. I've spent 45 minutes with Mr. Sherman, and from my observations, found him to be very highly competent, professional, with character. But I didn't come to say a lot of nice things about him. I guess one thing I wanted to point out, like I don't know a lot of the facts about it, but I do know leadership and the value of it. And I don't envy your job over the next months. It's going to be thankless. And so I'm with you there. But I guess one thing that comforted me when I heard about all the cuts that are going to have to be made, one thing that came to my mind was how thankful, I said, what a blessing to have somebody like Jedd Sherman. Because the staff at this school, the kids at this school are going to experience cuts, and they're going to be felt. And what a great thing to have somebody, the leader, that everybody likes. Because leadership involves taking people somewhere where I don't even want to go myself. And having the blessing of having somebody that everybody likes, that is willing to follow in the midst of that. I thought at least we have that.